Welcome to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders on 1240 Radio WOMT.
And welcome back to Fine Living here every Monday morning with Jim Reif from Jim Reif Builders. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jim.
How are you doing today?
Very good yourself.
I cannot complain. Jim, I always enjoy doing the show with you. Learn a lot of good, useful information as a homeowner myself. Today we want to kind of talk about the importance of how detailed a proposal should be, and especially when an individual is working with Jim Reif Builders. I mean, I'm looking at an example here. This is in depth. This isn't like a one page. Hey, here you go. This is going over everything.
One page, one sentence doesn't cut it with you, does it? And in most cases, it shouldn't cut it with anyone, because if you're doing especially a renovation project, you want to have an understanding what's going to take place. So we put a scope of work together based on what the client would like and what we need to do to make that all happen. And in some cases, we're going to list every room we're going to be working in. And in some cases, it could be 4, 5, 6 pages of that information because it's multiple rooms. And then from there, we then break it down more in detailed, exactly what kind of products we're going to provide, exactly how much electricity is going to happen with regard to how many outlets, how many switches, how many recessed lights, and so forth is going to take place, the plumbing fixtures we're going to provide.
Why is this important to the consumer? I mean, I'm just kind of looking at this like this can get overwhelming.
It can, but we deliver our bids personally. We do not email them out.
Okay.
We do not send them out. We're going to come to your house and sit down and walk through this and explain it. I'm not there to twist arms and get a signature that moment. I'm there to educate the clients on what we're going to do, and they can ask questions. It's kind of an interaction thing, and then they get a chance to, think about it for a week or such and, make a decision. But basically, Terry, they want to know what's going on. It's kind of like reading the ingredients on the label of, some product you're buying for food.
Sometimes I don't want to know that.
And if you're if you're allergic to gluten, you don't want to have wheat flour in it.
Right.
So you want to know what's going on in your home, because we're going to be in there. We're going to disrupt your lifestyle. We're going to make some noise and take away from the normal flow of your daily routine.
I'm just looking at this, and what I'm looking at here, I think it's how many pages here? I mean, it's 15 pages, and I'm just seeing here, this is just for an addition for a master bedroom.
Master bedroom and some remodeling,
right?
Though, too.
I mean, so I can only imagine then how in depth of a new construction project would be. I mean, we're talking about like a remodeling and like a master bedroom suite. So and you're going in depth here. I mean, you're talking about the closet. You're talking about the door hardware, the finishing, the safety bars. I mean, it's in depth.
One of the reason we do that is that if you go to buy a new car, you're going to sit in that new car. You're going to be able to test drive it, push all the radio buttons and the heater buttons in that. In our case, we're talking vision. We're not able to produce that product until you sign a contract, because we're working at your home. So it's not like you walk into it, feel it, touch it. So we're trying to represent what we're going to do.
To create that vision so someone can visually, mentally see what this master bedroom suite addition could look like.
Between the plans and the specification, what's going to take place in the home.
At what point does renderings or 3D blueprints and things that come into play? Is this something before this proposal, or is that something that comes after? Or
typically when we see the proposal, we've already had some blueprints.
Okay, so they've already kind of seen.
They're going to see a 2D blueprint, which is a floor plan, maybe some elevations, because we're doing an addition here. The rendering thing, we have to actually have them come to our office, because it's we
on the
prefer
to
rotate it, because we can get exactly what they want. Otherwise, we're trying not. It doesn't work so well trying to print out 20 sheets of paper.
So that all comes before they see something like this, so they can actually kind of see on paper.
Right.
This is what it's going to look like. All right, now let's go in depth and show exactly what is going on in this project.
And one of the things to leave the listeners with also today is the fact that, getting a detailed proposal is important, but also that it takes some upfront time. So don't call.
I can imagine.
Don't call today to expect the addition to start happening in 2 weeks from now, because that's just,
what is an average time frame?
In something like this is about 2 months.
This took 2 months.
2 months between meeting, doing plans, getting the plans approved, getting the estimate completed, and rolling.
Wow.
I mean,
that's a big time commitment.
It's a time
commitment. So,
commitment.
I think it goes to show when someone is interested, I mean, they have to be willing or they have to be patient with the process.
I don't think Patient, yes, but also I think they need to just think about things up front, and you got to think about things ahead. You know, we're not to walk in and, you know, get something repaired type facility.
Right.
We are actually, you know, changing and adding on to your home in this case.
Unbelievable.
And their dynamics of your home are different than somebody else's.
Last question here, Jim, before time is fastly going. In the proposal, does it go over the schedule, and how solid is that schedule, start and end date?
We do not have that in there in the initial proposal.
Okay.
When we deliver this and then people would like to move forward, then we sit and talk schedule, and we can put that in writing for them.
Okay. All right. Jim, how do people get hold of Jim Reif Builders?
Oh, we'd love to hear from them, Terry. Then give us a call at 684-6899. Look us up on the web at jimreifbuilders.com, and we have a neat presence on Facebook, too.
And we want to wish everybody a happy Halloween today.
Oh, that's right, Terry. Thank you.
Jim, we'll talk to you in November.
Very good.
Thanks for listening to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders, the leader in new construction and remodeling here on the Lakeshore. Let their vision enrich your lifestyle. Tune in again next week for another episode of Fine Living on 1240 Radio, WOMT. To learn more, visit jimreifbuilders.com.